Hi there, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today I'm going to do a cute little tutorial to make these little hand mitts for my newborn baby grandson, James. Hannah had her baby the other day, and already the little guy is wanting to scratch his little face, so I made up a quick pattern with some of the Peyton's Grace that I made his blessing blanket in the white, and now I had these other beautiful colors. This one is called Fiesta, and the blue one is called Citadel. It is beautiful. I'm just really loving working with it. But today I am using the F 3.75 millimeter hook to make these little newborn gloves. I guess I'll call them baby mitts, maybe. I don't know, but let's get started. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is make a magic circle, magic ring, magic loop. I've heard it called, all the things. And I start with the tail kind of pointing downwards like this across my hand. And then I go ahead and wrap it around, cross it, and then I just push a half of a loop up, just like that. Then this is where I'll insert my hook, kind of give it a pinch there, pick up my slack, get ready for my tension, and just chain one. Now into this big circle is when I'm going to start making my single crochets. So there's one, we need to do 6. Here's 2, here's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now all you'll need to do is find that tail, kind of pull at it, and then pull the loop close, and it magically cinches the circle together. Now, sometimes I like to count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That 6th one kind of gets buried in there. Slip stitch to the very first single crochet of the round. There we go. Just like that. And we should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, chain 1 and turn. Now let's turn this into 12 single crochets by working 2 into each single crochet. So we're going to start right in this very first single crochet. 1 and 2. Let's work 2 in the next one. And in the next. And here's our 6th one. And this is number 11 and 12. Now this is how you're going to know that you're done with the round, besides counting. This actually is the first stitch right here. There's our chain. So we're going to come over here. It's like it's always pointing, so stop right there. Come over here to that first little V that you see. Slip stitch. Now go ahead and count and make sure you have 12. This would be your first one that you slip stitched into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, let's start this round. We need 18. So here's my chain 1, here's my first stitch. Right there. Let's work 1 in that one, 2 in the next one. So So we've got 3 there. 1 in the next one, 2 in the next. So let's repeat that pattern of 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets into the same stitch right there. So 1 and 2, 1 2 There we go, we've got 18. Now it always looks like, oh wait, there's one more stitch to go, but there isn't. That tells you, stop. Come up here, slip stitch, and there we go. Now one more round of increase. We need to make this 24. So let's start in this first stitch right here with 1. Let's do 1 in the next single crochet and do the increase in this third single crochet. So we've made 4. Let's do this again. 1, 1, and then 2. Okay, it looks like we have 2 stitches left, but we don't. There's our little stop sign. So make 2 in that last. Go ahead and count around. You should have 24. Okay, slip stitch over here, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to do what's called the mesh stitch. And this is what's going to turn our little circle into a little glove or a mitt. So still make a single crochet into that very first stitch that you joined to. Now chain 1, skip the next single crochet, skip, work into the next one. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next. Now repeat that all the way around. Okay, now we're gonna finish this round by chaining 1 on the last stitch, but now where I've told you is the little stop sign on this round, make a single crochet into that. So you will have 13 single crochets with 12 chains. Now slip stitch, chain 1 and turn. Okay, so now on the next 7 rounds, I want you to not begin your single crochet in that first stitch. I want you to begin your single crochet into the first single crochet of the round. So you can see the 2 little legs right there. That's your first single crochet. Now chain 1, skip the chain 1, work into the single crochet. Chain 1, work into the single crochet. Hopefully you can see the little legs of the stitch. Okay, I'm making the 13th single crochet now right where you can see that little leg of that stitch right there. Now come over here to this V, slip stitch, chain 1, and turn. Okay, so that would be the stitch that we joined. I want you to come over here to this single crochet. Just make sure you're stacking those single crochets on top of each other. And you'll do this for a total of 8 rows of the mesh stitch. Okay, after you finish 8 rounds of the mesh stitch, join, and this time, instead of chaining 1, you will chain 6. Now work single crochet starting in the second chain from the hook, and work 1 single crochet into each chain back down towards the little mitt. So that will be a total of 5. Now turn your work, and we are going to start slip stitching to the very first single crochet, slip stitch around the chain 1 space, and the next single crochet. So you'll be slip stitching 3 times. Now kind of turn the work back towards you. Bring your tail across this way. Look for that 5th single crochet. We want to find the back loop. So you're trying to pull the stitch together because we're trying to decrease around, so it looks like it has just a little bit of a wrist. Now work back loop, single crochet into each of the next 4, and then on the 5th one, work under both the loops, both little V's. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, so work under both little V's for the first stitch, and then back loop for the next 4. Okay, and then this time our first slip stitch will be around the chain space, then the single crochet, then the chain space again. Kind of turn it towards you. Find the back loop and bring that closer, kind of pull and make your first single crochet. All right, repeat that all the way around, and we're almost done. Okay, so when you don't have any more places to slip stitch and you basically have slip stitched to the last chain 1 space, and we have that other single crochet space right there, we're just going to slip stitch into that one and tie off. So just grab some scissors, cut a fairly long tail, and then we will sew the 2 ends together. So here's my tapestry needle, and I'm just gonna do it really simple. Kind of bring the 2 sides together and work underneath that starting chain and underneath the 2 loops, the 2 V, the little V. And just sew it around and around evenly, kind of like I've got them lined up there. And I like to make sure I go all the way down, kind of through that last stitch there. Pull it together tight, see how it looks, and then just run a few back and forth to weave in the end. Maybe I'll just go over here. So anyway, there we go. And here we go. We have just the cutest little mitt. You're gonna wanna make another one, so you'll have a little pair. And I'm hoping this little guy will be able to have a pair every day this week, so he won't scratch his little face. And anyway, there you go. Now this one, if you do decide to do all the color changing, I changed color every 2 rows. And then I did, but you'll have to pay attention to what you want the inside to be, and you want to carry the yarn up the inside so you don't have too many ends to weave in. So this one took a little bit more time. These ones are just super simple. But anyway, I really loved using Peyton's Grace with the F hook. So if you need to substitute, of course, I think you can use any yarn, but it is a 3 weight with the F hook to just make them a little bit small. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by.